Where's that?
Well, I'm my pal Peggy Meinholz, or your pal Peggy Meinholz. And today I'm going to tell you a story that I wrote. And to start the story, I'd like you to imagine with me that we're in a deep, dark swamp. Great-grandparent trees stand there, stretching out their gnarled old arms, and down from their arms hangs Spanish moss, like tattered green curtains dragging in the mud and muck below. But over there, a spot of sunlight, we see two books, and on one book it says, Predators of the Hokey Fundoki Swamp. And behind that book sits Lancelot. He's a tree snail. He holds his breath every time he reads about an owl or an alligator snapping up some swamp critter and gobbling him down for supper. In the book next to him, it says Fairy Tales, and behind it sits Heloise. Heloise is a lovely frog. Heloise loves to read. Heloise is content. Or she was, until today. Today she's reading a story about a frog who's turned into a prince by the kiss of a princess. And oh, the princess has a beautiful crown. Ah, the princess has lovely hair. The princess has a gorgeous dress. But Heloise has no crown, no hair, no dress. Still, she says to Lancelot, I could be a princess if I find me a prince and kiss him. I don't think so, says Lance. Sure I could. And she slams the book shut and heads off into the swamp. Oh, wait, I don't think it works that way. Kerplish, kerplash, kerplish. She's getting away. And there's owls and there's alligators out there. Kerplish, kerplash, kerplish. She splashes through the muck in the swamp. Kerplish, kerplash, kerplish. It's dangerous. Well, Lancelot decides he'd better follow his friend. After a while, Heloise comes to a swimming hole, and down deep in the water, she sees flashes of purple and gold. Royal clothes, she shouts, and splash! The chase is on. The purple fellow darts behind a rock. Heloise breaststrokes after. He slithers through the grass. She breaststrokes after. He darts to the right. She strokes to the right. He darts to the left. She strokes to the left, to the right. Stroke to the left. Stroke to the right. Stroke. He's getting away. Wait, please. I just want to kiss you. Kiss me? He turns around abruptly and smack. Heloise runs into his lips. Smack. She kisses his lips. Smack. He slaps her with his tail and swims away. Well, Heloise jumps out of the pond and looks in the water for her reflection. And as the ripples calm down, she sees still no crown, no hair, no dress. Well, you may have royal clothes, but you're no prince, she shouts. And then kerplish, kerplash, kerplish, heads off in search of a real prince. It's just about the time that Lance catches up, poor fella. Well, Heloise, kerplish, kerplash, kerplish here, kerplish, kerplash, kerplish there, kerplish, kerplash, kerplish just about everywhere in the swamp, but no prince to be found. They don't grow on trees, you know. Well, finally, she plunks herself down on a log and says, I want a prince. I want a prince, I want a prince, I want a prince, I want a prince! Who? A calm voice floats down from a tree above her. A prince, she says, and looks up into a large pair of handsome eyes. Are you a prince? She asks. Who wants to know? Princess Heloise. Who? Asks the fellow, looking clear behind him. Princess Heloise. He turns his head back. You don't look like a princess to me. Well, I will, she says. When I find me a prince and kiss him, then I'll look like a princess. I'll be a princess. Oh, then you kiss me. And he spreads his luxurious cape and swoops silently down to where Heloise is all puckered up, and she gives him a big smack right on the open beak. Whap! Whoosh! He's knocked clear out of the swamp by a long, scaly tail. Heloise turns to face a large, toothy grin. She bops the grin on the nose just above it and says, "What have you done with my prince?" "C'est was no prince," sneers the grin. "Was too," says Heloise, feeling her head and finding no crown, no hair, no dress. "Guess not," she pouts. "But I am a prince. I will kiss you and carry you off to my castle." Oh, thank you. Heloise closes her eyes, puckers up her lips, and the grin opens wide, takes a deep breath, and then rolls over laughing, his tummy being tickled by Lancelot. Heloise jumps back and sees what looks like a dragon. Lancelot shouts, "Run, run, or he'll eat you!" So she runs, kerplish, kerplash, kerplish, faster, kerplish, kerplash, kerplish, and faster, kerplish, kerplash, kerplish, kerplish, kerplash, kerplish, kerplish, kerplash, ker. Whoop. She has a thought about Lancelot. "I gotta help him." So she turns around and quietly rushes back. Plish, flash, plish, flash, plish, flash, plish, flash, plish, until she gets to the spot, and there she sees the monster, asleep, worn out by the tickling that Lance has given him. "Take me home," breathes Lance. So Heloise picks him up and kerplish, kerplash, kerplish, carries him home. She sets him gently down and says, "Thank you for saving me from that dragon." "Oh, that was no dragon. That was an alligator." "Oh, well, yeah, I know that because he knocked my prince clear out of the swamp." "No, Heloise, your prince was an owl." "Oh. Oh, Lancelot, my hero." So she picks him up. He smiles. She smiles. She puckers her lips. He puckers his lips. She draws him closer and then sets him down. Lancelot frowns. "I'm sorry, Lance, but for a moment I thought you were my prince." Small snail tear slips down his cheek as he says, "That's okay. Nobody ever kisses snails anyway." But guess what? Heloise does. Smack! And now she's reading him a story about an ugly duckling, and they dream of being swans. And that's my story. I'm my pal Peggy Meinholz. Thank you a lot. Come on, Deidre.
We have one more story here. Maybe the other ones will go.
My ice cream.
Okay, I think that'd be a good idea.
Why not? Okay, great.
I'll change the lights for you.
Yeah, can you get your cello?
Maybe,
That's where you go.
you want to sit up there in that tall chair? Or you want it like a folding chair like that? You can move back more now.
Helena's gonna tell
And
us.
how do you want the people to sit?
They can just sit.
We're there? Okay. Let me change lights just for fun. So, it wasn't me. We're stuck here now.
It's out in the hallway.
Please do this and give the lights a break. Oh, this way. This way. Thank you. Wonderful.
Let's see.
Are they staying here when they're
Do you want me to move somewhere?
No, maybe I can move this, maybe, and just move that trap.
Are you trapped? What a terrible thought. Well, why don't, we could move Elena forward and these guys back a little bit, and then we wouldn't have to move the easel.
You just do it.
Oh, no. I need to sort of keep my eye on technical stuff, so I don't think I can sit. Elena's good story. Thank you for that. There you go. Well, the floor is yours, Miss Elena.
Okay, well, I'm Elena Bayrock, and I'm going to read some selections from Swain Wolf's book, The Woman Who Lives in the Earth, and Swain Wolf lives
I
right
think you
here.
have to speak up because the mics are behind you.
Okay.
Move her back and move these guys up.
Go change it again? Or, well, is the floor too cold to sit on?
No.
Why don't you sit on the floor back here and then I'll move this. Come on up here. And speak up.
Okay.
And
Just on the floor, you can sit up
come on
here.
up here. You want to? Want to sit on a chair? You can sit back in the chair. If you don't want to sit on the floor. You can sit on the floor.
I see on TV.
But then the cameras can't see you.
Me too.
Can't see your wonderful faces. See, look at those cute faces.
Yeah, we need to face.
She sits in a corner,
Which corner do you think? Over there?
whichever.
And then this camera could get the faces. Okay, let's try that.
Okay.
Let's try that. And then you guys stay on this side, like that. And you hide the door. What do you think? But now Sheila said you can't see you. You want to sit next to Jessie or something? Or you could sit there, I guess if you came over. Yeah. Yoo! This is good. All right, all right, I'm leaving now.
Okay, these are selections from The Woman Who Lives in the Earth by Swain Wolf, who lives in Missoula.
Do you need a glass of water or anything?
No.
Okay, big and loud.
Okay, I'm going to read a few selections. Chapter 1, Stones. Sarah rose up out of the dry sage as she climbed the hill toward her father and the huge horse. She carried a pail of water and a bundle wrapped in dark red cloth. Where the sagebrush ended and the plowing began, she stopped to poke at the fresh earth with her bare foot. For a moment she peered down at something hidden in the ground. Then she continued across the new plowed furrows to where her father waited. She turned and looked back. Something strange is buried here. Near the edge of the field, she said. He took a drink from the water skin and studied her dark almond eyes and her burnished cheeks. She was teasing, he decided. Is it stone, he asked, as the field did not lack for stone. Yes, she said with a small, sly smile, but it's not like the others. He was large and strong. He wore a small, faded red turban. His face, darkened by the sun and dirt, made the white of his eyes bright and intense. To a stranger, he might have been a crazy man, but to Sarah he was her father, who was Asa, a farmer, covered with the dirt of his field. They ate their lunch of goat cheese, black bread, and boiled eggs. Horatio, the plow horse, drank from the pail. Sarah watched her father and wondered what it felt like to be him, to be so tall and strong, to leave deep footprints in the soft dirt of the new plowed field. But he had no words for his life, and that made him a mystery to her. He blocked the sun from his eyes and studied the hot, dying hills to the west. He had never seen so much die for lack of rain. As he drank from the water skin, a thought came into his head that was completely new. He peered into the mouth of the water skin and asked, What would happen if... But he stopped. He stared out across the field, searching for another thought, another question. But Sarah heard something in his voice, something small but sharp. She insisted, "If what, Father?" He did not want to say, but she looked at him, demanding the "if what." His dark eyes looked into hers, and he said, "If our well went dry." "No water at all?" she asked. He answered with a nod so slight it barely reached her. There had always been water in the well. She watched the horse, his muzzle pressed firmly against the bottom of the pail, savoring his last drink until evening. Horatio would get very thirsty, she said, making a game of her father's question. "Yes," he said. "What else?" "Everybody'd be thirsty, the garden too. And what happens if the garden dries up?" "The plants die, of course." She gouged a furrow with her heel in the dry earth and thought about the green garden. "You're teasing, aren't you?" She studied his eyes for signs of play. But his eyes were serious, dazed eyes of a farmer in a drought. His voice searched for the thread of his thoughts. "When it rains, some goes like a mist into the air, and some goes through roots to plants, but some goes deep into the ground. Where do you think it goes?" "Rain goes into our well?" He nodded and ate his lunch and let her have her thoughts. She wrapped her sinewy arms around her knees and rocked back and forth with her toes. Finally she asked, "How does the rain find the well?" "We dug the well to where the water flows." She looked at the plowed ground beneath her feet. "You mean there's a river deep down?" "Yes, like a river." He made a furrow with his heel and then looked up at the sky. "There's been no rain for a long time." She was embarrassed that she knew so little about the well. She tried to picture the river underground and waited for her father to finish what he meant to say. Finally he said, "I don't think the well will go dry, my pretty child." The words, "my pretty child," stuck like thistles in her thoughts and made her feel small. The thought she stood long-backed and straight and felt the warm earth under her bare feet. She looked at him. "If it doesn't rain on our field, we won't have grain for bread or porridge. What will we do if there's no rain?" Asa had not expected this. He wondered how little he knew his daughter and said the simple truth, "We'll have to leave." "Where will we go?" she asked. "I don't know," he said, and hoped his desperation was not carried in his words. She pretended to hear what he wanted her to hear, a heart so confident that it could say, "I don't know," and feel no fear. "We could go to your grandmother's, couldn't we?" she asked. "Yes, that's just where we'll go." She watched the huge horse sniff at his empty pail. The dark patterns of loam and sweat on his neck and flanks revealed a story of muscle bound to bone. She walked through the dry dirt, patted his silky muzzle, and rubbed the horn nubbin between his ears. She wrapped the dark red cloth around her head, picked up the empty pail, and crossed the plowed furrows, pushing clods into the loose dirt with her heels. At the edge of the field she stopped and looked down at the thing hidden in dirt, a straight black edge of stone. A slate, she thought, like her own, though much larger, more than 4 times the length of her foot, and nearly as wide. She knelt down and dug the dirt away with her hands. Near the top, on one side, was a long gray gouge that ended at a chipped edge. This mark seemed clean and new, and she decided it was made by her father's plow. Below the gouge she felt, then saw, a strange thing that made her eyes widen, letters cut in stone. A strange kind of writing that she had never seen. The shapes of the letters reminded her of bean vines and pea pods, and there were slashes like the thin red petals of flowers that grew among the sage. She dug deeper as her head filled with thoughts of what it said. What kind of people put it there? What became of them? Maybe they hid in the hills, living in caves. They could be watching. Her heart pounded with her thoughts. She discovered the words were carved in a large circle, and inside the circle was another thicker circle of words. Several small, shallow holes were carved inside the second circle, and the sun grew hotter and the dirt harder. Her fine black hair stuck to her forehead, dirt clung to her plain muslin dress, and the people hiding in caves receded from her thoughts. Finally, her fingers, made sore from digging, decided it was worth a trip down to the shed for a shovel. She stood at the field's edge, looking down over the crest of the sage-covered hill. From there, she could just see the top of the doorway to the farmhouse. West of the house was the garden with its high rail fence to keep the deer out. And 20 long steps to the east was a large shed with its forge, tools, bins of grain, and the necessary shovel. Below the house, the land sloped down toward a dense grove of juniper trees and emerged on the other side as the rock ledge of a mesa. The hidden mesa looked out over a narrow canyon, and far to the south and west was a range of high, sharp mountains, solid blue and flat as paper cut out and pasted against the sky. As she descended the hill, the windlass came into view, and then the well. Her father's words filled her mind. "I don't think the well will go dry, my pretty child." The words repeated themselves, rolling over and over like stones in her head. They rolled down the path, through the sagebrush, and far back into the dark interior of the shed. The words gradually came to a stop as she searched for the shovel. After her eyes could see in the dim light, the shovel appeared. But when she turned to go, she was blinded by the patch of bright rectangular light that was the doorway, and beyond it the yard. In the middle of the yard, stood the well, translucent in the bright sun. For a moment it seemed as though the well would disappear, as though the stone wall and the windlass poles would waver and fade away, leaving only the patch of bright light framed in the dusty darkness of the shed. She walked toward the light, which grew larger and larger until she was standing in the doorway. As her eyes adjusted to the brightness, she watched the well become real again. "Is there a way to know if it's going dry?" she wondered. She walked out into the harsh light and up the hill through the sage to uncover the mysterious words hidden in dirt. Far across the field, the plowman watched his daughter struggle with the large, unwieldy shovel. She managed to dig the slate free of the earth's grip, but it was too heavy and she could not lift it. She waved to him, pointed to the slate, and then toward the house. He waved back, meaning that he would bring it, whatever it was, when he came home in the evening, and he wondered what could possibly be so important to her. As she walked down the hill toward the farmhouse, her thoughts left the mystery of the slate with words that lay in the field. It was the well that came into her thoughts, and the memory from when she was little, asking her father what he grew in the field above the house. "Stones," he replied, in a voice that convinced her that stones needed growing. He pointed to the well and said that its wall was made of heavy stones that rolled down from the field all by themselves. She peered into the darkness of the well and inhaled the cool air and the scent of wet stone. She climbed up on a wall, braced against the windlass frame, and looked straight down. To her surprise, she saw a small patch of something bright and blue shining through the darkness, and something moving, sliding over the bright blue light. When she called, "Hello!" it answered back, "Hello!" And when she laughed, its laughter rang back and forth with her own. She had never stood on the wall in this very place and looked straight down into the water, so she had never seen herself or the sky reflected back. The reflection, she realized, would help her measure the exact water level each day. But first she had to find a way to mark the rope. She climbed down and walked to the shed to fetch a piece of charcoal. When she returned to the well, she loosened the windlass and let the bucket down and down until it touched the sky to blur the blue light. Then she marked the rope at a point where it wound around the windlass, and she marked the windlass too. As she made her way through the thistle toward the creek, she came upon a peculiar sight. Thrashberry thorns had wound themselves around a cluster of tangleweed that clutched a weathered post. The post was held upright by a pile of large stones covered with blood lichens and stinging moss. Nailed to the post was an old sign and hidden in its weathered wood were the words, "Not this way." Stuck on top of the post was something bone-white and partially covered with green-black lichens. She climbed the stones for a closer look. It was a skull, too small for a person's, more the size of a large cat. But nothing she knew. She guessed it was from very long ago, and whoever put it there was gone away or dead. She stepped down with great care, not wanting to touch a thing so poisonous and mean, and resumed her purpose. She found the Singing Creek, stretched out on its bank, and peered over the edge into the water. A fish swam there. She dipped her water skins into the creek to fill, then started back toward the cliffs. This part seemed so easy, as long as the dogs did not come after her. She began her climb, and very soon the water skins became heavy. Before long, the trail became steep and the dirt was loose. Climbing became work. Hair stuck to her damp forehead and the waterskins bounced, throwing her off balance. Her feet slipped, the thistles stuck, and burrs grabbed. She came to a steep rock slant and crossed anxiously, arms outstretched to a counterbalance and swaying waterskins. Near the top, she slipped on small loose stones, fell, and slid off the trail. She grabbed a thistle stalk to stop her fall. For a moment, everything was still. What was to be a wail was stifled to a whimper. Slowly, she climbed back onto the trail, stood, and pulled the tiny thistle stickers from her hand with small winces. Sarah looked down the trail, pleased at the progress she'd made, then adjusted the waterskins and prepared to finish the climb. She looked up to see how far she had to go, and there, peering over the mesa ledge, was a fox. It looked directly at her for a moment, then disappeared. She climbed fast, then stopped and carefully raised her head to peer over the edge. Slowly her hair, forehead, and eyes emerged. She looked back and forth across the mesa, but there was no fox. She climbed the rest of the way to the top, slipped the waterskins off, and looked over the edge at the creek where it meandered like a great snake through the cottonwoods. She could see where she had filled the waterskins and the trail that twisted through the thistles and up through the cliffs to the rock where she fell. And then the strangest thing happened. She saw a little girl wearing a plain muslin dress, a lot like hers, and carrying 2 waterskins. The girl slipped on the loose rocks, fell, and slid over the edge. Sarah called out to her, but the girl saved herself by grabbing a thistle stalk. Then she pulled herself up and stood on the trail, pulling the stickers from her hand. The girl surveyed the trail below for a moment, turned, adjusted the waterskins, and looked up toward the mesa. At that moment, Sarah realized she was looking at herself, but herself on the trail did not seem to see herself on the mesa. Instead, the Sarah on the trail was looking at the place where the fox had peered over the ledge before. She suddenly understood something very strange and a little frightening. She had just seen herself through the eyes of the fox. She heard a voice that came from everywhere. The voice seemed to take her over. It said, "What kind of water is this that rains down and struggles up?" Standing at the very edge of the mesa, she turned a complete circle, searching for the source of the voice, and stopped only a few feet away. Sitting right where she had seen him before was the fox, but now he was looking at the waterskins, full and round at her feet. The fox twitched. They stared at each other. He winced. "She can see me. Yes, she sees me. She thinks I am a fox." Sarah heard all of this, but not with her ears. The words she heard seemed to be everywhere at once, because they came from inside her own head. She peered down at him. "Is that you talking?" The fox tilted his head slightly and gave her a long, thoughtful look. He was perfectly still and somewhat transparent. He was not exactly a full and solid fox, but nonetheless, he seemed to be a fox. She could hear a low, sweet voice that felt like a soft blackened sliding through her head. The voice said, "I cannot talk." "You talked. I heard you," she replied in a perfectly normal, everyday sort of way. She looked right at the fox, and he looked right back. "No," said the voice in her head, "I have no words. I have thoughts. Perhaps you make these thoughts into talking with words." "But I don't hear your words in my voice. They're in a strange voice inside my head." She studied his eyes. "Besides, if foxes don't have words, how can they think?" "I think from the middle of my middle. I don't need words, and I'm not a fox." "Well, you look very much like a fox." "That is a misunderstanding about which I can do nothing." She looked down, thinking of her navel, and asked, "How do you think from the middle of your middle?" "Not the middle of your tummy, the middle of your mind. No, that's not exactly it either. Your words do not say what my thoughts think. Is the middle of your middle the most important part?" "Yes, but there are other most important parts as well. My great-grandmother says the most important part is called the soul. How can there be more than one most important part? You need all your parts to be you. Therefore, they are all most important." "Do you know what a soul looks like?" she asked. "Does mine look like other people's souls? Some thoughts are not said well with words. Can you see thoughts in things?" "What are thoughts in things?" "If you come this way again, bring me something 3 times round, and I will show you hidden thoughts." His nose twitched. His coat shimmered for a moment, then glowed slightly before he became completely transparent and disappeared. No, wait, don't go, she shouted. What is something 3 times round? She patted the rock where he sat, then peered over the edge. No fox. What is your name? She called. Still no fox. She sat on the mesa and wondered at the mystery of the fox-like creature, whose name she did not know. She smiled in delight of the fox. A large blue lizard basked in the sun on a rock near the juniper trees. He blinked at Sarah. She sat quietly on her own rock and studied the white billowy clouds above the junipers. Today the clouds were full of horses. That's all I'm going to read.
Very good reading.
Thank you.
Hi, well that was wonderful. You're so good. Oh, you're so good, so good, so good, so good. So good, so good, so good. Especially the reader. Didn't she work hard reading that long story? That's a lot of story to read. Well, thank you very much. But we're kind of early, so we have to think of what to do. Can you guys think of anything to do? To entertain people? I don't think they want to watch you eat.
I'm hungry.
All right, well, you're allowed to, you can leave. We just have to figure out something interesting to do. Hey, Dave.
Yeah?
Well, you guys kill some time in here and Dave and I will discuss. All right, you guys can go. I got that sheet on. I got the sheet on. You guys have to wait.
Hey, big guy.
Hey, Bill, what's up,
Been
man?
here all night long.
Were you? This was about 4 when I left, 4 or 5.
Don't keep that on me too long, I might break the camera.
Out, we need a tap dance.
You slept here?
Yeah?
Damn.
Nice and comfy.
Hey, Dave. Can I get him a drink? Okay, I got that shot here with painting on it. How's your man sick? There you go.
What, we can take a break?
You can.
Oh, yeah, now you need me.
Yeah, 50 cents.
Is there somebody on the camera? Want to be on this camera for a while? We need something going on.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
Can I be on the camera?
No. But you can come and do other interesting things or something. You know, I keep thinking that Shane should be here, but then I think those other people must have taken it by accident. Oh, excuse me, I thought she was music and was like a musical interview.
I don't want to let me see it.
Yes, camera one. Bill. That artistry here.
I don't know. Nothing seems to be on anything. Oh, I know. Hey, Cindy. Where'd Cindy go? Hi. Where'd you go?
My mom.
Camera one.
Oh, well, we'll just use music that we have no right to use, and you can do like psychedelic interesting things, and I'll play music that we don't have the rights to. there will be. This has happened before. You have to just think of different things to take pictures of and see what you need. In case maybe something happens out there. Take a look at the paintings.
How many times do I have to try to tell you that I'm sorry for the things I've done? When I start to try to tell you, that's when you have to tell me, hey, this kind of trouble's only just begun. I tell myself too many times, why don't you ever learn to keep your big mouth shut? That's why it hurts so bad to hear the words that keep on falling from your mouth, falling from your mouth, falling from your mouth. Tell me why.
Are you guys shooting right now? You're live. Right, I had that picture there.
I've heard said too many times that you'd be better off. Besides, why can't you see this boat is sinking? This boat is sinking.
Hey, Bill.
Let's go down to the water's edge, and we can cast away those doubts. Some things are better left unsaid, but they still turn me inside out. Turn me inside out. Turning inside out. Tell me why. Tell me
Okay, ready? Okay, I still do. Okay. put your hand like that. And so this hand is under hers. Over. Like that, okay? Okay? Now this one's under. You have one hand on top and one hand on bottom, right? So this is what we're gonna do. When it's your turn, I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna hit her hand. And then I'm gonna take it back. She's gonna hit David's hand. Hit David's hand. And he's gonna hit Katie's hand. Katie's gonna hit my hand. Keep doing it. There's a song to it.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Go as fast as you can. Right when you're hit, go. Right, as soon as you're hit. Wait, hold on. You gotta wait until you're hit. Okay, ready? Okay. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. You gotta wait until you're hit. Okay, well, this is okay. I'm gonna sing now. Now, when you hear kerplop, if you're about to get hit on the hand by the person next to you, then you take your hand away on kerplop, okay? Like this, okay? Down. Okay, down. Go on the bank. Hang. Go right away when you're hit. Hang me where the bullfrogs jump from bank to bank. Hip, hop, hip, hop. Something, curve, plop. Oh, you're out, David. You got hit on plop. Okay, so that was just practice, okay? We'll start over. Does somebody else want to start?
I do.
Okay, so you hit my hand and then go. Down on the banks of the hanky where the bullfrogs jump from bank to bank, singing hip. If I hip hop, plop. You're out, Temi. You got hit on plop. Like on plop, if you're about to get hit, pull your hand away, okay? So you watch, and once we get everybody out, so there's only one person left. Start all over, okay? When they say plop and if you're about to hit, be hit when they say plop. Okay? Yeah. So they can't, the person who's about to hit can't take their hand away. Okay. Ready? Who's starting? Down on the banks of the hank, jump from bank to bank, say if I go, I hit the top, well, I got you. I'm just me and David now. So you go down, no, there's a way to do this. Down on the we'll just do this. Ready? Down on the banks of the hank where the bullfrogs jump from bank if I hit hop go as fast as you can. It's the curve up. You have to go because you aren't gonna be hit. Okay, so we start over. Ready?
Who's out?
Dave. But ready?
One handle it.
No, but you weren't about to be hit. You were gonna hit me. Remember? Okay, ready?
I want to start.
No, you already started. Let Sheila start. Okay. Wait, let's start over. Ready, go. Wait! Ready, go. Down on the banks of the hanky where the bullfrog jump from bank to bank, singing it. I hippity hoppity, curve flop. You're out, Temi! Careful, camera. Careful.
Sorry.
Okay, ready? David starts. Down on the banks of the hanky panky where the bullfrogs don't say to bank to yeah. Wait till I hit your head. Start over, David. Ready? Down on the banks of the hanky panky where the bullfrogs jump from bank to bank to yeah. Wait until you're hit. Down on the banks of the hanky panky where the bullfrogs jump from bank to bank to wait until you're hit. No, I didn't. No, I didn't hit my finger. Yeah, you have to wait until I hit. Wait. One more time. Don't be mad, David. What's the matter? Ready? Go. Down on the banks of the hanky panky where the bullfrogs jump from bank to bank singing it. Hippity hoppity, 1, 2, 3, 4, curve.
Home. Good.
Okay, Sheila. Ready? Ready? Down on the bank. Banky where the bullfrogs jump from the bank to bank.
So it's just a chain that's missing. I can fashion something.
1, 2, 3,
Get some rain outside.
4, curve. No, that was curve. Curve.
Yes.
Curve up.
Okay, do the audio and
You want to do it again?
No.
Okay.
How about you and David and me and Sheila and then you and me and then
No, thank you.
and then me and you? No.
Okay.
Go play outside?
I don't
Yeah.
No, I don't know if we can.
Go play on the sidewalk. Or up there and down. Where are we going? I don't know.
Good shot outside. I wonder if people can say it's raining outside right now.
Those kids, they were great. Yeah. How lucky those kids are to go.
Yeah.
Really strikes me as a teacher. They had a Suzuki show.
Slow in the truck.
Do their thing and they're all over.
Let these cameras go outside.
Hi, this is not speaking to you.
Huh?
Steve, if Jeff can get on your camera now,
Sure.
okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here's the rule. Here's the rule. No camera shots below the waist.
what about it? Do you run? Oh, especially the pigeons on the roof.
So modest.
So nothing going on. Ah.
You're on TV right now, so you better look out. Hey, don't budge up.
Hide from me here.
They'll say, what is that?
I think
Great
a
Wall
lot
of
of-
China?
Okay, Dave, that was like Stacy's boyfriend.
And there's one for you. So what have we done on camera 2? No, I mean camera 1.
Now that affects reacting.
Oh, okay. You're the one she was talking about out in the hall. Jamie. Don't worry. Found out you're nervous. Uh-huh. My name is Bill. Oh boy.
So is my camera shadowing you? Because of the light outside.
See something strange from the it keeps moving around.
If anybody's watching the TV, we have to go on the monkey.
So, Carl will like play while you wait for your stuff. So that'll work out really
Oh,
good.
great.
So, do you have a setup like in mind that you need this week?
I can just stand.
Okay, we'll come stand around over in this sort of neighborhood.
Okay.
I don't know.
We don't need a music stand. Do you like, I'm sure they'd lend you their stools. Do you want a chair like that?
I can stand.
So stand, okay, we'll come stand over here. Let me close the door so it's a little quieter. Now your mics are behind you if you're there. These are your mics. So. You probably want to be near some sort of mic.
Yeah. The strings would break on me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, you can sit and listen, Carl, or you can. I'm gonna close the door.
Well, the string broke on me not half an hour ago. It's going to break on me in about 5 minutes too, probably. That's why I brought a spare guitar. Hey, Jack, turn the tape recorder on, okay? Let's see, what should I play?
chorus. It's a lot darker than last time I was in here. I was here a year ago. The last one of these things they did. Look at my haircut. My haircut. Look at my haircut. I didn't get my head cut. It was really fun. It seemed to be more curtains on something. I don't know what this song's about at all. Oh, don't you know? Everything's wonderful. All is up and tight. Everything's alright. I can see everything wonderful and happy. You can too. There's everything for us to do. I said I want to go anywhere the fields may flow. All the sunshine has come up. It feels right, it's done for love. Camel woman with thin legs behind. Looks like nature's dealt a bad hand this time. Say, hey, here are my abilities. And you work in a sideshow for free. Oh, my camel woman. We'll probably do it ourselves. Yours is bad and lonely is better. Who's describe what is hell? Cleaning the bed so it's free of disease. I want you to die from the plague on TV. All of the people just begging for war. Nothing is left, what is anything for? Building my stupid solution to live my life and be blind. I don't wanna be here, don't wanna be anywhere at all. Oh, just get behind. See now I sit in my ugly house, think about killing a scrawny mouse. Almost has eaten my last crumb. Oh, that mousetrap is lots of fun. Oh, that mousetrap is lots of fun. Oh, that mousetrap is lots of fun. Oh, that mousetrap is lots of fun.
Thank you.
Wow, that was off the. I'm in this band called Spag that nobody's heard about, and that's off the second Spag tape that nobody has. So, just for background information. I wrote this after watching the last picture show. It made me depressed for 3 weeks. If you stay, you're gonna melt like the rest of us. If you stay, you're bound to be the same. If you stay, you'll bring me happiness. I'll be able to bear the pain. Oh, this town is so incestuous. Rumors fly larger than life. So you plan to go off to college now. Once you're gone, so you say you don't want to leave me here. I know better than that. All those words have made it crystal clear. I'm pretty sure they're yours. If you stay, you're probably gonna die here. So do what's best to do. Fly away and make a new life up there. I love you. I brought this little list so I wouldn't forget the songs that I usually forget. Could do a suicide song, cheer you all up. As I wrote this after a friend of mine was suicidal, so I thought I'd take it on myself. Worked out. All is lonely in my room. I've let failure win and die soon. It seems that no one cares. Which look good. That will never happen to me. So I did the best that I could. This is not medical. Come to my garage. The act is final. Come and hose it on. Everyone will cry their tears. They all left me behind. And it's all over now. And I feel just fine. If all the money fails to bring me down, all I have to do is just look around. That's the way it always is. Nothing's left for me. Come by and use me up. Fill up the garbage and leave. This is not medical. Didn't even leave a note. 'Cause I felt coming through. Just folks about ready?
But play another song first.
Let's see, I think I'll just, I don't know.
Did you know a guy called about a song called Ugly Monster? Does that sound right?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I know it. It's, I only know a little bit of it, though. Kind of wrote it and did it last year with this guy. I'm an ugly monster, don't you know? People going by, they just go. Saw her in her blue car yesterday. Didn't even chance to look my way. But I'm not afraid. We're all going to die someday. I'm afraid my neighbors might complain to the cops. Tell them to tell us that we gotta stop. While the flies come and buzz and make me insane. Feeling so stupid all day. The bugs aren't born yet, but they're coming next week. Everything looks done to me. There's a whole bunch more verses, but I forgot them, so. I'll do a cover, and that'll finish it off. It's kind of an embarrassing cover. I liked it a lot. Years ago, I heard on a Bob Dylan bootleg. Actually, it's kind of a traditional song, but Mick Jagger covered it on his last album. So I'm not covering Mick Jagger. I knew it before he did. What's that? Well, I'm covering Bob Dylan, covering somebody who taught it to him, sort of. You know, it's a traditional kind of. What do you call that? Well, it's in the public domain, so I can do it. I wish I was in London, or some little seaport town. I'd board myself a steamboat and sail the ocean.
Okay, before we get started, I'd like to announce that we're Baha'is, and that although to a lot of people Baha'i means religion, what Baha'i is a new way of thinking, and it's a culture within itself. And we hope that you will receive what we share with you today with that understanding. Oh God, my God, Thou art my hope and my beloved, my highest aim and desire. Oh Lord, as Thou pleasest, I pray Thee, make me a minaret of Thy love in Thy land. I place my whole trust in Thee. Grant me then Thy help. Make me independent of all Let my heart be dilated with joy, and brighten my eyes by beholding the hosts of assistance. Number me with the servants who are detached from all things but Thee. I place my whole trust in Thee. Grant me then Thy help. Make me independent of all things. Oh God, my God, make me independent of all things.
Hi, my name is Kamada, and I want to read to you today an address that was given by Abdu'l-Baha in 1912 to the New York Peace Society regarding universal peace. Today there is no greater glory for man than that of service in the cause of the most great peace. Peace is light, whereas war is darkness. Peace is life. War is death. Peace is guidance. War is error. Peace is the foundation of God. War is satanic institution. Peace is the illumination of the world of humanity. War is the destroyer of human foundations. When we consider outcomes in the world of existence, we find that peace and fellowship are factors of upbuilding and betterment. whereas war and strife are the causes of destruction and disintegration. All created things are expressions of the affinity and cohesion of elementary substances, and non-existence is the absence of their attraction and agreement. Various elements unite harmoniously in composition, but when these elements become discordant, repelling each other, decomposition and non-existence result. Everything partakes of this nature and is subject to this principle. For the creative foundation in all its degrees and kingdoms is an expression or outcome of love. Consider the restlessness and agitation of the human world today because of war. Peace is health and construction. War is disease and dissolution. When the banner of truth is raised, peace becomes the cause of the welfare and advancement of the human world. In all cycles and ages, war has been a factor of derangement and discomfort, whereas peace and brotherhood have brought security and consideration of human interests. This distinction is especially pronounced in the present world conditions, for warfare in former centuries had not attained the degree of savagery and destructiveness which now characterizes it. If two nations were at war in olden times, 10 or 20,000 would be sacrificed. But in this century, the destruction of 100,000 lives in a day is quite possible. So perfected has the science of killing become, and so efficient the means and instruments of its accomplishment, that a whole nation can be obliterated in a short time. Therefore, comparison with the methods and results of ancient warfare is out of the question. According to an intrinsic law, all phenomena of being attain to a summit and degree of consummation, after which a new order and condition is established. As the instruments and science of war have reached the degree of thoroughness and proficiency, it is hoped that the transformation of the human world is at hand, and that in the coming centuries all the energies and inventions of man will be utilized in promoting the interests of peace and brotherhood. Therefore, may this esteemed and worthy society for the establishment of international peace be confirmed in its sincere intentions and empowered by God. Then will it hasten the time when the banner of universal agreement will be raised and international welfare will be proclaimed and consummated, so that the darkness which now encompasses the world shall pass away. The powers of earth cannot withstand the privileges and bestowals which God has ordained for this great and glorious century. It is a need and exigency of the time. Man can withstand anything except that which is divinely intended and indicated for the age and its requirements. Now, praise be God, in all countries of the world, lovers of peace are to be found, and these principles are being spread among mankind, especially in this country. Praise be to God, this thought is prevailing, and souls are continually arising as defenders of the oneness of humanity, endeavoring to assist and establish international peace. There is no doubt that this wonderful democracy will be able to realize it, and the banner of international agreement will be unfurled here to spread onward and outward among all the nations of the world. I give thanks to God, and I find you imbued with such susceptibilities and lofty aspirations, and I hope that you will be the means of spreading this light to all men. Thus may the sun of reality shine upon the east and the west. The enveloping clouds shall pass away, and the heat of the divine rays will dispel the mist. The reality of man shall develop and come forth as the image of God, his Creator. The thoughts of man shall take such upward flight that former accomplishment shall appear as the play of children. for the ideas and beliefs of the past and the prejudices regarding race and religion have ever been lowering and destructive to human evolution. I am most hopeful that in this century, these lofty thoughts shall be conducive to human welfare. Let this century be the sun of previous centuries, the effulgences of which shall last forever, so that in times to come they shall glorify the 20th century, saying the 20th century was the century of lights. The 20th century was the century of life. The 20th century was the century of international peace. The 20th century was the century of divine bestowals, and the 20th century has left traces which shall last forever.
Hi, my name is Kay. I'm going to do a reading from The Foundations of World Unity by Abdu'l-Baha. This reading was taken from a talk by Abdu'l-Baha to a group of university students at Howard University around the year 1912 on the issue of racial harmony. This reading is interesting because it shows that the ideal of harmony and unity among the various races is nothing new. It originates in Baha'i teachings and has been in existence for well over a century, yet it is just now beginning to be realized by a larger and larger majority of people as a necessity for world peace. Today I am most happy, for I see here a gathering of the servants of God. I see the white and colored people together. In the estimation of God, there is no distinction of color. All are one in color and beauty of servitude to Him. Color is not important, the heart is all important. It matters not what the exterior may be if the heart be pure and white within. God does not behold differences of hue and complexion, He looks at the hearts. He whose morals and virtues are praiseworthy is preferred in the presence of God. He who is devoted to the kingdom is most beloved. In the realm of Genesis and creation, the question of color is of least importance. The mineral kingdom abounds with many colored substances and compositions, but we find no strife among them on that account. In the kingdom of the plant and vegetable, distinct and variegated hues exist, but the fruit and flowers are not in conflict for that reason. Nay, rather, the very fact that there is difference and variety lends a charm to the garden. If all were of the same color, the effect would be monotonous and depressing. When you enter a rose garden, the wealth of color and variety of floral forms spread before you a picture of wonder and beauty. The world of humanity is like a garden, and the various races are the flowers which constitute its adornment and decoration. In the animal kingdom also we find a variety of color. See how the doves differ in beauty, yet they live together in perfect peace and love each other. They do not make difference of color a cause of discord and strife. They view each other as the same species and kind. They know they are of one kind. Often a white dove soars aloft with a black one. Throughout the animal kingdom, we do not find the creatures separated because of color. They recognize unity of species and oneness of kind. If we do not find color distinction drawn in a kingdom of lower intelligence and reason, how can it be justified among human beings, especially when we know that all have come from the same source and belong to the same household? In origin and intention of creation, mankind is one. Distinctions of race and color have arisen afterward. Therefore, today I am exceedingly glad that both white and colored people have gathered here, and I hope the time will come when they shall live together in the utmost peace, unity, and friendship. I wish to say one thing of importance to both, in order that the white race may be just and kind to the colored, and that the colored race may in turn be grateful and appreciative toward the white. The great proclamation of liberty and emancipation from slavery was made upon this continent. A long, bloody war was fought by white men for the sake of colored people. These white men forfeited their possessions and sacrificed their lives by thousands in order that colored men might be freed from bondage. The colored population of the United States of America are possibly not fully informed of the wide-reaching effect of this freedom and emancipation upon their colored brethren in Asia and Africa, where even more terrible conditions of slavery existed. Influenced and impelled by the example of the United States, the European powers proclaimed universal liberty to the colored race, and slavery ceased to exist. This effort and accomplishment by the white nations should never be lost sight of. Both races should rejoice in gratitude, for the institution of liberty and equality here became the cause of liberating your fellow beings elsewhere. The colored people of this country are especially fortunate, for, praise be to God, conditions here are so much higher than in the East, and comparatively few differences exist in the possibility of equal attainments with the white race. May both develop toward the highest degree of equality and altruism. May you be drawn together in friendship, and may extraordinary development make brotherhood a reality and truth. I pray in your behalf that there shall be no name other than that of humanity among you. Therefore strive earnestly and put forth your greatest endeavor toward the accomplishment of this fellowship and the cementing of this bond of brotherhood between you. Such an attainment is not possible without will and effort on the part of each. From one, expressions of gratitude and appreciation. From the other, kindliness and recognition of equality. Each one should endeavor to develop and assist the other toward mutual advancement. This is possible only by conjoining effort and inclination. Love and unity will be fostered between you, thereby bringing about the oneness of mankind. For the accomplishment of unity between the coloreds and whites will be an assurance of world's peace. Then racial prejudice, national prejudice, limited patriotism, and religious bias will pass away and remain no longer. I am pleased to see you at this gathering, white and dark, and I praise God that I have had this opportunity of seeing you love each other. For this is the means of the glory of humanity. This is the means of the good pleasure of God and of eternal bliss in His kingdom. Therefore I pray in your behalf that you may attain to the fullest of love, and that the day may come when all differences between you may disappear.
Hello, my name is Phil, and I'll be reading on the cause of strife. In the estimation of historians, this radiant century is equivalent to 100 centuries of the past. If comparison be made with the sum total of all former human achievements, it will be found that the discoveries, scientific advancement, and material civilization of this present century have equaled, yea, far exceeded the progress and outcome of 100 former centuries. The production of books and compilations of literature alone bear witness that the output of the human mind in this century has been greater and more enlightening than all the past centuries together. It is evident, therefore, that this century is of paramount importance. Reflect upon the miracles of accomplishment which have already characterized it, the discoveries in every realm of human research, inventions, scientific knowledge, ethical reforms, and regulations established for the welfare of humanity. Mysteries of nature explored, invisible forces brought into visibility and subjection, a veritable wonder world of new phenomena and conditions heretofore unknown to man, now open to his uses and further investigation. The East and West can communicate instantly. A human being can soar in the skies or speed in the submarine depths. The power of steam has linked the continents. Trains cross the deserts and pierce the barriers of mountains. Ships find unerring pathways upon the trackless oceans. Day by day, discoveries are increasing. What a wonderful century this is. It is an age of universal reformation. Laws and statutes of governments, civil and federal, are in process of change and transformation. Sciences and arts are being molded anew. Thoughts are metamorphosed. The foundations of human society are changing and strengthening. Today's sciences of the past are useless. The Ptolemaic system of astronomy, numberless other systems, and the theories of scientific and philosophical explanation are discarded, known to be false and worthless. Ethical precedents and principles cannot be applied to the needs of the modern world. Thoughts and theories of past ages are fruitless now. Thrones and governments are crumbling and falling. All conditions and requisites of the past, unfitted and inadequate for the present time, are undergoing radical reform. It is evident, therefore, that counterfeit and spurious religious teachings, antiquated forms of belief, and ancestral imitations, which are at variance with the foundations of divine reality, must also pass away and be reformed. They must be abandoned and new conditions be recognized. The morals of humanity must undergo change. New remedy and solution for human problems must be adopted. Human intellects themselves must change and be subject to the universal reformation. Just as the thoughts and hypotheses of past ages are fruitless today, likewise dogmas and codes of human invention are obsolete and barren of product in religion. Nay, it is true that they are the cause of enmity and conducive to strife in the world of humanity. War and bloodshed proceed from them, and the oneness of mankind finds no recognition in their observance. Therefore, it is our duty in this radiant century to investigate the essentials of divine religion. Seek the realities underlying the oneness of the world of humanity, and discover the source of fellowship and agreement which will unite mankind in the heavenly bond of love. This unity is the radiance of eternity, the divine spirituality, the effulgence of God, and the bounty of the kingdom. We must investigate the divine source of these heavenly bestowals and adhere unto them steadfastly. For if we remain fettered and restricted by human inventions and dogma, day by day the world of mankind will be degraded. Day by day warfare and strife will increase, and satanic forces converge toward the destruction of the human race. If love and agreement are manifest in a single family, that family will advance, become illumined and spiritual. But if enmity and hatred exist within it, destruction and dispersion are inevitable. This is likewise true of a city. If those who dwell within it manifest a spirit of accord and fellowship, it will progress steadily, and human conditions become brighter, whereas through enmity and strife, it will be degraded and its inhabitants scattered. In the same way, the people of a nation develop and advance towards civilization and enlightenment through love and accord, and are disintegrated by war and strife. Finally, this is true of humanity itself in the aggregate. When love is realized and the ideal spiritual bonds unite the hearts of men, the whole human race will be uplifted. The world will continually grow more spiritual and radiant, and the happiness and tranquility of mankind will be immeasurably increased. Warfare and strife will be uprooted. Disagreement and dissension pass away, and universal peace unite the nations and peoples of the world. All mankind will dwell together as one family, blend as the waves of one sea, shine as stars of one firmament, and appear as fruits of the same tree. This is the happiness and felicity of humankind. This is the illumination of man, the glory, eternal, and life everlasting. This is the divine bestowal. I desire this station for you, and I pray God that the people of America may achieve this great end in order that the virtue of this democracy may be ensured and their names be glorified eternally.
Oh, you got it. Let's do a white now. You know how to cross it? You know how to do it?
We gotta get a better system. Okay.
Well, the song you're about to hear was written in the spirit of this occasion and in the spirit of world unity, which is the essence of the Baha'i teachings. And we're not singing for the end of the world. Actually, we're singing for the close of the age, because we believe that we're entering into a new age of peace on earth and a worldwide civilization that will embrace unity and the brotherhood of all mankind.
Behold each color and live as one.
supposed to stand right here. Guess so.
never see me. I am the man, you know me. I am the man, you see me in the streets. I walk the streets at night, I walk the streets in the day. You give me a kiss away. You know me, you know me. You never see, you never see, you never see, you never see me. I live underneath the bridge and I see for you. I live underneath the bridge and I live for you. I live underneath the bridge and I dream for you. I live underneath the bridge and I'm sick of you. Hey man, can you spare a dollar for my needs? Oh, hey brother, can you spare some love for this tight country? Hey man, can you spare a dollar for my needs? Hey brother, can you spare some love for this tight country? For me, for you, for me. I live underneath the bridge and I live for you. I live underneath the bridge and I see for you. I live underneath the bridge and I dream for you. I live underneath the bridge and I'm sick of you. My name's Hank, in case you know. Let's see. This one's called You and Me. Every day I work with my mistakes, every day and every way. I count them for you, I count them for you, I count them for you, I count them for you. We were in love like so many others, oh, I was free to do everything for you, everything for you, everything for you, everything. Every day I work with my mistakes, every day and every way. I count them for you, I count them for you, I count them for you, I count them for you. Dreams are different, a place the same, you and me. You and me are no more. You and me are no more. You and me. You and me. You and me. Dreams are different, a place the same, you and me. You and me are no more.
It's called Battle Cry.
Walk with me into the sands of a lost home. We used to live now, dream forever, and stay whole alive. Look to yourself now, find the pride, yeah. You never needed me, never me to hold you. Find the side now, look to the north, walk to the south. Hold your heart, go deep inside. Go away, far from here, and never say my name again. Oh, oh, oh. Deep, deep inside, fear
is left to rot in the wind now. Scream this battle cry loud as my voice can make it now. Scream this plea to you to go away. Leave me now, now, now. I'll show you, and I'll tell you, I'll show you just how it is. 'Cause I'm gonna let nothing, I'm gonna let nothing down. 'Cause I'm gonna let nothing, I'm gonna let nothing down. Couple in the colors of a sunset brings the visions. Let you go, let me die. For struggling people, you know they always try now. Have to quit, 'cause I know that I have failed. Oh, I failed to be with you now, yeah. You now, yeah. You now, yeah. Now, yeah, and I fail, 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 and I fail to be with you, only with you. This I regret, you, only with you. This I regret. All the time that we may see will never bring you close to me now. Scream this battle cry loud as my voice can take it now. Scream this plea to you to go away. Leave me now, 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 and I'll show you. I'll tell you, I'll show you just how it is. 'Cause I'm only nothing, I'm only nothing now. 'Cause I'm only nothing, I'm only nothing now. 'Cause I'm only nothing, I'm only nothing now. And never, never, and never see your face again. And never, never, and never touch your face again. And never, never, and never kiss your face again. And never, never, and never love your face again. No, 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 no. Oh, I'm so tired. Here we go. Oh, I'm so tired. I can't dream, I can't feel a damn thing. I'm gonna die, 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 I'm gonna die without you, no. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die without you. I can't do this anymore. I can't feel this anymore, no. I can't do this anymore. I can't feel this anymore, no. Please somebody show me what love is. Please somebody show me what love is.